Let's dive into the discussions shaping the nation.
Comhairle. I listened to Minister Paschal Donoghue speak. He said you cannot disrupt procedures and then stand up and talk about the value of order and procedure. But I think I can actually speak to the value of order, because in the 5 years I've been in this House, I have never disrupted anyone, I've never spoken over anyone, and I've never raised my voice. And even while listening to non-answers to questions I ask sometimes, I do not disrupt. I'd actually usually be the last person to stand up to speak on a motion of no confidence as we see it. But I do so because, as a member of this House, I am concerned in relation to the impartiality of the Comhairle. And I listened to the Chief Whip, Mary Butler, talk about this motion being about the opposition not getting its way. And again, similarly to the 8 minutes argument, it just completely misses the point. This isn't about one or the other getting their own way. This is about basic procedures and rules that are the bedrock and have been always the bedrock to the running of this House. And there are 3 key issues which have been repeatedly raised and have not been answered by anyone on the government benches. Every single week there is a vote called on order of business, every week. And one was called last week. Vote all was clearly called, as it always is. Why was a vote not taken? What was the rush? Questions on promised legislation were dropped out of nowhere. Why? The substantive motion to change standing orders was not voted on. Why? What was the rush? It was not the Comhairle's role to rush business to get to the vote on the motion. That is not the role of the Comhairle, and it should never be. I then heard Deputy Curry speak about the opposition who had confidence in the Comhairle when she ruled that the Lowry Group could not be in opposition as a technical group. But where are this group? They have a speaking slot now secured alongside opposition leaders, joined with government backbenchers in one group. So in the eyes of the Lowry Group, they're with a group of government, but they're not government, but they are government, and they're in a slot with government. And, you know, there's been a very dangerous precedent set here now, and the precedent is that you can run for election, you can be the chief negotiator in government formation talks, you can get jobs in terms of the Comhairle and ministers, and then you can choose, well, I'll sit here or I'll sit there, I'll be in government or I'll be in opposition or I'll be in both. And that is a very dangerous precedent set in this House. I would like to think that lessons would be learned here, not least that the role of Comhairle should not be a bargaining chip when it comes to government formation talks. The role of Comhairle should not be on the table when it comes to government formation talks. But unfortunately, the government still seem to see absolutely nothing wrong with that, and therein lies part of the problem and part of the reason we are here today.
Like, share, and subscribe, and let us know your thoughts in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.